Alright, welcome to the channel, and today we'll be talking about the Apos Audio Caspian. And they sent this out for a quick demo for me to check out. They are not asking me to say or do anything other than my honest opinion regarding these. So let's dive right into the build and what have you on the Apos Audio Caspian. So right off the bat, this is I believe a Kennerton is who they partnered with to put these out, and it has a very Kennerton build. It has that metal, headband yoke kind of deal, kind of stiff here, no flex that much here. There's as far as like on the headphones on where the cups are, so nothing horrible there. The plastic finish here is that soft touch plastic, which is nice. Dig on that. The headband has a nice leather or faux leather, I believe it's leather, and then the very nice memory foam here, which is a kind of departure from the Kennerton kind of standard. The other thing is unique about these is, well, the Apos grill would be unique there. I'm actually utilizing aftermarket cables with these. So this is but here is the cable it comes with, and it's a pretty standard Kennerton LSA type cable. It's kind of thick, kind of stiff, but not overly janky. But it does not like it when you go the other way of where it's usually been kind of coiled kind of deal. But nothing horrible, and the actual split and connectors are real solid, nicely built looking and feeling connectors and splits. So that's the cable. Not super janky, but not exactly the most unjanky. So anyhow, it also comes with a leather case, which is nice. For me right now, I'm utilizing these were actually, I got these in recently. It's a Viking weave cable, and it's gorgeous. I actually got it from my ZMFs, but it just so happens to work with the Apos Caspian or Kennerton kind of design there. And so anyhow, these are gorgeous. I'll leave a link below to the Viking weave cables. They have this awesome opal split that he's doing. It's like, ooh, fantastic, man. Just beautiful pieces of art. Anyways, back to the lovely Caspian here. The wood cups are nice, nothing too great about them, or nothing horrible or anything like that. Just kind of standard fare. Just popped a bubble out of my mouth. Wow. So back to these. The cups themselves are nice wood. The very classic Kennerton style. They have like this glossiness to them, and just like really well done there in that essence. I would say pretty quality. Nothing screams bad here. I think the biggest gripe would be that it doesn't have that flex, and this is kind of standard, but these are about $500. So take that for what it is. Overall build and quality of material seems pretty solid, to be honest. So yeah, pretty cool there. As far as comfort goes, the headband is nice. It has that nice cushiness there too, and has a nice solidness where it doesn't feel like it's getting too many. I don't think I can get I never got one, but a hotspot. I never got a hotspot. Can't imagine someone getting one. They're pretty light on the head, light in the hand as well. The clamp force isn't that great. It's pretty mild, and you don't really notice it doesn't swivel, because they just kind of, at least for my head, they just kind of pop on, and not a big deal there at all. Now, I would say the biggest gripe for me is that the ear pads themselves are a little bit too shallow. My ears actually touch the inside grill of these pads or headphones, so that is something to be, neither here nor there. Is something that I'm dealing with, but they do seem to be pretty shallow, and I don't have exactly the widest sticking out ears either. So, but yeah, take that for what it is. But otherwise, the comfort is pretty fantastic. I don't have any major issues with comfort at all. Build quality is just really good. Nothing screams bad or exceptional, but it's dang solid, but solidly built headphone. So let's dive into the sound of these. And I was listening off of mostly my Spring 3, Apos Audio Spring 3 as the DAC, I was using Qobuz. I was actually utilizing a DIY whammy more recently with these, but prior to that I was using my ECP T4, which is a tube hybrid, and I also brought out my little eddy current ZDT Junior for a bit for tubes. And I wasn't the biggest fan with the ZDT Junior with these, but it wasn't nothing egregious or anything like that. The T4 was excellent wise. I love that amp. But the whammies, so I'm going to use the whammy as like kind of like the baseline because it's solid state. And it's pretty easy to get. It's a DIY kit for $300. This kit is actually a custom, all done, and I'll be doing a video on that later, but it's gorgeous. Anyhow, sound, lows, they were clean, easy to listen to, but nothing overly fantastic or anything like that. They were just good. I didn't really have any big qualms or concerns with them. They were just good. The mids and upper mids, that kind of thing, were also just kind of good. I didn't really have anything that really stood out as bad or overly great or very good. The highs also kind of fall in line in that realm. I will say though, for a con for these regarding the sound, was I did notice there was some grain in the upper mids and highs a little bit on certain tracks, and depending on, you know, what was going on there, I'm not sure, but there definitely seemed to be grain with these at certain points, and if I really listened for it, I could, you know, there's something just a bit off there, but nothing that was super egregious. It was just, you know, a good sounding headphone. And as far as imaging and separation, the imaging and separation was decent and good. Like, I didn't have any qualms there either. Trying to see, like, the stage was not the best, to be honest. Wasn't really that impressed with the stage, and overall was just kind of, these are just good. Like, they're not horrible, they're not great, they're just good headphones. But anyhow, overall they're just, yeah, just good. I did actually use them to game as well, so we'll kind of end it on that before going into final thoughts. But the gaming experience with these was also one of those kind of just meh. Like, it was just good, but it didn't really have anything great. In fact, I really didn't dig on the staging on it. It wasn't that great for gaming. I played a little Destiny, I played some Elden Ring, I played, what else was I playing on this? Oh, some Halo. And, I mean, the imaging helps, but it just didn't seem engaging, or I don't know, for whatever reason, for gaming these just didn't really grab me as much as for listening to music. Like, for listening to music, these are a solid headphone as far as, like, they're just good. They really fully sit in that good realm. So take that for what it's worth, but for gaming, I just wasn't the biggest fan for these. But these are headphones for listening to music, so at the end of the day, but I like to try everything with my gaming stuff. So anyhow, overall thoughts, these are good. I guess you could say the positives would be that they're good. The negatives are that they're just good. Like, there's nothing that really screams at me that's gonna be egregious in either way, or shape, or form. I will say probably the biggest problematic things for me were the shallow ear cups, but they are comfy. They have that nice soft memory foam. But yeah, oh, and the grain was kind of a problem to some level, but it wasn't enough to be something that would bother me greatly, so if that makes sense. But if I, you know, once you key on it, can be a thing that maybe some people might not dig on. But it, you know, these were just kind of good. So yeah, I think that's kind of nails the Apos Kinnerton collaboration Caspian. These are just good headphones. They're about $500, and I think they kind of fit in that realm. I think there's some other headphones that probably potentially could be better, or you know, and there's definitely ones that are worse, what have you. But as far as just a general, like, average headphone, I would say these are a very good average headphone. So yeah, and on that note, I'll let y'all have the rest of the day back. Cheers.